Hello, and thank you for having me today at this job talk. My name is Mdepaul, and I am a senior graduate student at Drexel University in the Masters of Library and Information Services degree program. I am also an elementary school teacher, and I work part-time at my local public library in circulation, reference services, and children's services. Today, I'll be speaking about the benefits of makerspace services in the academic library, specifically for Landman Library here at Arcadia. In the talk, I'll be defining makerspaces, how and where they began, and how they are making a difference now in academic libraries. I will show and relate how makerspaces are relevant to the college experience and show that it has an important place on campuses for reasons of career pragmatics and for personal enrichment. I will also discuss how liaison librarians can partner with other curriculum leaders on campus and outside agencies to make makerspaces happen for Arcadia University. We hear about them all the time. Kids making robots with Legos at the local elementary school, teen groups working on engineering projects once a week, at the tech shop, in the public library. Just what is a makerspace? How can makerspaces help libraries, your library, become a better place? A makerspace is a place that is community-oriented, where people can go to meet, create, and work on common interests and passions. A makerspace promotes community engagement. Such spaces have computers, digital art equipment, 3D printers, crafts, jewelry tools, machinery, fabric machines, and the list goes on. Makerspaces can be in community centers, schools, and yes, in libraries. What better place to house a makerspace than in a library? Librarians are the experts in information, and a makerspace is a place that is all about creating new information through play and work. In an academic setting, makerspaces are places where faculty and students can come together in a welcoming place to do classwork, research, and make those leaps from absorbing information to making information. Makerspaces have actually been around in libraries for over 100 years. For example, in 1905, the Carnegie Library of Pittsburgh established places for working-class people to learn sewing and children to learn basketry. These kinds of spaces began popping up everywhere, and in a global manner too. In the early 2000s, Germany began opening spaces for people to learn how to hack computer programs. They began tinkering with all kinds of technology and with 3D printing. In 2001, the Fayetteville, New York Free Library opened its first makerspace that featured a 3D printer lab. Hence, the jump from arts and crafts to cutting-edge technology all together in one place. How can makerspaces make a difference to students in academic libraries? Our students rely on critical thinking and problem solving to enter a world where the technology they learned in high school is considered Stone Age by the time they graduate college. Makerspaces, tech shops, think labs, fab labs, hack shacks, whatever you call them, they are relevant to students who rely on learning with their minds and hands, and with collaborating with others. Integrating hands-on learning and experimentation can significantly enrich their abilities to adapt to the speed of light. These speed-of-light changes are happening in whatever fields of study students choose to pursue. The tools and technologies that are emerging in collegiate-level makerspaces directly align with the educational goals of the students, and all students, not just IT or science majors. For example, at the University of Nevada, the Delamar Science and Engineering Library offers 3D printing to all students. These students and faculty who are engineering, chemistry, and biology majors share space with the theater and history majors too. Makerspaces cross collaboration, makes it a reality. This space gives way to community, a place to share. With that sharing comes understanding others and possibly a community for people who may need one at a vital time in their lives. Think about your community of learners and develop it. Delve into what areas of study and areas of personal enrichment would fit your own student body. But how do academic libraries make this change? Start small. First, collaborate. Partnerships are the key ingredients to developing a successful makerspace. With collaboration, funding can be sourced from the outside, or even from alumni groups, or from government grants. Second, centralize your space and then develop it over time. Once you have found and organized the space, deploy the center by marketing it well. And third, take advantage of already established makers and take the opportunity to capitalize on that. Embrace the entrepreneurial spirit that already drives these makers. If you have a group of education majors that currently use a space for collaboration, install some equipment like die cut machines and bookmakers like the Espresso book machine from Xerox to get them started. Here are 3 examples of successful makerspace stations in academic libraries. Try a finals makerspace to give all students a well-deserved resting space during the anxiety-ridden time of midterms and finals. This one is easy and expensive. In any corner of the library, create a coloring station loaded with paper, designs, colored pencils, crayons, and markers so students can relax after taking an exam or before taking the exam. Provide free snacks and beverages along with a wall for a group mural. This space could also have essential oils like lemon or lavender pumped in to give this space a sense of peace and calm. One of the staples of makerspaces in 3D in academic libraries is the 3D design and printer spaces. Partnering with the informatics department and community partners could help fund it. Purchasing and running a design lab with the printer as the focal point brings all majors together. From physics students to art history students, everyone is a learner, and cross-collaboration magic happens with a space for tinkering. Along with a 3D printer, slowly fill the space with a wider variety of tools and materials, including hand tools, sewing machines, circuitry, fabrics, and much more. Businesses and local industries tend to donate. And lastly, if you're really short on funds, make a bits and pieces space. Load up a portable cart with Legos, blocks, and puzzles. Put it near a few tables and let the games begin. Invest in an Ellison die cut machine for cutting paper and cardboard to tinker with. Make original puzzles or origami creations. Select books relating to puzzles, paper folding, construction, and architecture out and around the space. And then watch med students and mechanical engineers become friends with drama majors and graphic designers. The students going into a makerspace without knowing how to do something is a great reason for going into one, to learn something new, to test an idea out, to collaborate with others. Liaison librarians can help with makerspaces by being that liaison. Faculty status means that librarians have friends on campus in other disciplines. Making the connections with all faculty is important to creating lasting spaces that benefit all students. Don't be afraid to repurpose library space. Libraries are where we go for knowledge consumption. But with makerspaces, libraries can support student knowledge creation. Practicing cooperation while tinkering reinforces relationship. Developing meaningful relationships with others will help our students once they've graduated. They will take these skills with them into their careers and into their personal lives. Makerspaces have an important role in the academic library. They help students grow from consumers of information to creators of information while collaborating. Thank you for listening to my job talk about makerspaces in the academic library.